That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Colonial pipeline company have paid the hackers who hacked them only a few days ago $5 million, and I believe that was in Bitcoin or some other form of cryptocurrency. And what's actually interesting here is that a few days ago, Colonial did say that they were not going to pay the ransom. They said they were not going to negotiate with the cyber criminals and they will never pay the ransom. But here we are today, they've eventually paid the $5 million, and I can't say I am surprised, because when you have millions of people without gas and you have civil unrest brewing, you become pressured into taking whatever action is necessary to ensure that your systems are back up and running. So that is the very, very latest. The pipeline company have finally paid up. And here's the thing though, here's the unfortunate part. It says right here on Bloomberg that once they received the payment, the hackers provided the operator, Colonial Pipeline, with a decrypting tool to restore its disabled computer network. The tool was so slow that the company continued using its own backups to help restore the system. One of the people familiar with the company's efforts said. That's kind of interesting. So basically, unless I am misreading this, there was no point in Colonial paying the hackers the ransom in the first place, because to their credit, Colonial Pipeline did have backups, which is good. They had backups and they were actually trying to restore their systems using the backups, but maybe because they discovered that, oh, this is way too slow, let's just pay the hackers the ransom, get the decryption tool, and then we can quickly restore our systems back. But unfortunately, that didn't seem to work either. Now, I'm going to give Colonial Pipeline some credit because they had backups. However, here's the thing though. Any company that's serious about cybersecurity have this thing called a disaster recovery plan, the DRP. Now, DRP is basically created to ensure that a business or a company can recover very, very quickly, immediately after a disaster. Now, the disaster could be a natural disaster. It could be maybe an earthquake. It could be a fire, or in this case, it could be a huge cyber attack. So what companies do is that they will have this plan in place to ensure that, hey, should in case our systems go down because of this and that, how quickly can we get our systems back up and running? Here's the issue with Colonial. It's possible that even though they had a plan in place, they did not test how effective the plan was. Because here's the thing, if they had run tests and they saw that, restoring our systems with the backups is way too slow, they would have made adjustments to try to find out, try to come up with a faster way to restore their systems back. Although, to be fair, I have never worked with critical infrastructure systems before, so maybe, just maybe, it's possible that there is no real way to ensure that the backups get restored quickly. Maybe it's always going to be slow regardless. So let's give them the benefit of a doubt. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the latest. Yep, the hackers are now $5 million richer, and apparently, from CNBC, they now have 3 new victims. That's right, we have more hacks, more ransom demands to come. And based on the article I read, actually one of the companies is in Scotland, one is in Brazil, and then the other one, I don't recall where that one is from. I'm guessing maybe another company in the US. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, so it says one of the companies is based in the US, one is in Brazil, and the third is in Scotland. None of them appear to engage in critical infrastructure. Each company appears to be small enough that a crippling hack would otherwise fly under the radar if the hackers hadn't received worldwide notoriety by crippling gas line supplies in the United States. Yeah, the point here is that all these ransomware attacks happen quite a lot. Don't think that this one against Colonial is kind of like a rare occurrence. Ransomware attacks happen every single time. It's just that it's become so common that, you know, many of the attacks don't even make the news anymore. The only reason why this made the news was because it's Colonial Pipeline, the largest pipeline in the US, supplying gas to millions of people. Now, I wanted to go through their website, the dark side hackers, their website using the Tor browser on the dark web. Unfortunately, the site has been taken down, but we do have some screenshots. And what's very, very fascinating about this particular cyber gang is that they have something called a code of ethics, a code of conduct, which is very, very interesting considering they're cyber criminals. But here's kind of like a screenshot from their homepage. It says, based on our principles, we will not attack the following targets. Medicine, so basically hospitals, nursing homes, and so on. Funeral services, education like schools, universities, non-profit organizations, and then the government sector. We only attack companies that can pay the requested amount. We do not want to kill your business. That is so interesting. Now, if you refuse to pay, we will publish all your data and store it in our Tor CDNs for at least 6 months, CDNs being content delivery networks. We'll send notification of your leak to the media and your partners and customers. We will never provide you decryptors. That is pretty fascinating. And yeah, honestly, I'm not surprised that this has happened. Like I said, Colonial were under massive pressure to do whatever it took to restore the systems back. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the start. Unfortunately, I believe we're going to have a lot more cyber attacks of this scale to come. Now, just one more thing to round up before I finish the video. Now, there has been this report that they are linked to the Russian government. There has been no evidence whatsoever that links DarkSide with the Russian government. However, it's possible that they are based in Russia or somewhere in Eastern Europe. The reason being that on their website, even though you don't see it here, I saw it, they said something about not attacking Eastern European countries or countries that used to be under the Soviet Union bloc. So basically countries like Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and so on. They basically try to avoid attacking countries in Eastern Europe. So that has fueled the speculation that maybe, just maybe, they're based in Russia. Now, to Joe Biden's credit, he did come out to say that there's been no evidence whatsoever to tie the DarkSide cyber gang with the Russian government. So we don't know about that yet. I'm just saying this because I don't want anyone to have any misinformation, because the tendency for Western media is to always blame the Russian government whenever you have, cyber attacks taking place. So that's it. Let me know what your comments and thoughts are. Like I said, this is just a start. We're going to have more cyber attacks, unfortunately. If you enjoyed the video, do give it a thumbs up, share the video with anyone who may feel my benefit, and of course, hit that bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. I'm Alex from Lab Cyber once again. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you next time.